Tour de France is an international cycling competition held each summer in France. It is one of the most prestigious cycling events in the world. Unfortunately, this race is no stranger to accidents. Over the years, accidents have happened often in a 3-week race. In 2017, one of the most severe Tour de France accidents occurred when Fabio, an Italian professional cyclist, crashed into a concrete block. He lost control of his bicycle, causing him to go over the guardrail and onto the main road. Casardelli suffered fatal head injuries as a result of the crash. The peloton halted to attend to the injured Casardelli, and his death quickly spread through the cycling world. A few months later, there were 4 more Tour de France accidents that occurred in the mountains. In one incident, a motorist going too fast failed to brake in time, causing a collision with 2 riders. One of the cyclists suffered from a broken tibia, a dislocated hip, and a long concussion. The other cyclist suffered a broken collarbone and several other injuries. There was also an accident involving a rider touching a fan. He was charged for speeding and had to be withdrawn from the race. In the 2015 edition, Tony Martin, an Olympic road race champion, suffered a serious crash. He fractured his collarbone and was forced to abandon the race. Other accidents included broken legs, concussions, and eye injuries. In 2016, a collision between 2 riders at the finish line of the first stage caused one rider to suffer a broken pelvis and the other to suffer a broken leg. The worst accident in recent Tour de France history occurred in 2016 when a metal pole was driven too close to the cyclists. One of the cyclists was struck by the pole and suffered a broken jaw. Riders in the peloton stopped to care for the injured cyclist, who had to stay in the hospital for several days. In 2017, the riders enjoyed a relatively incident-free race, but a few Tour de France accidents still occurred. Towards the end of the race, one of the cyclists collided with a 2-meter-high wooden guardrail, injuring his hip and shoulder. He received medical attention and had to retire from the race. Other Tour de France accidents in 2017 included cyclists hitting poles, breaking their wrists, and suffering from concussions. Fortunately, no serious accidents occurred in 2018, but a few minor incidents did take place. In the 13th stage, one of the cyclists collided with a motorcycle and broke his collarbone. This shows that accidents at the Tour de France, while not as common as in past years, can still happen. All cyclists should exercise caution when involved in this grueling race.